What's up, YouTube? We are here in glorious 720p HD to look at some cars on Facebook Marketplace. Do you want a Suzuki Jimny that's done loads of miles, winch bumper, no winch, roof rack, peaky visors, £1,850 or near offer? It's probably an honest car, but what is not honest is this person selling cheap Subarus and Minis who lives in Australia somewhere. Blatant scammer here. Plainly just someone posting random pictures of cars from the internet who will probably ask you to send them money. So yeah, I was thinking about doing estate cars this week, but I haven't actually seen that many. So, should we do Fords? Should we take a look at Fords? They seem to be selling for decent money right now. Maybe because people are just comfy with what they know. They would rather buy a Ford for a little bit more money than buy some crazy make of car that they've never heard of, and maybe that's the right way to do it, who knows. Maybe if you buy like a Daewoo or something like that, you'll regret it later on when you can't get anyone to service it. I don't know. I'm just a man on the internet talking about cars. This is absolutely ridiculous. 1983 Ford Thunderbird lowrider project. Left-hand drive, automatic, and should be tax-free now. Probably needs a ton of stuff doing to it. And it's on air suspension. Nice. Painted in burgundy red with red and silver metal flake in the paint. Spectacular sparkle in the sun. Plenty of areas are now peeling, but still looks good from 6 feet away. Needs tyres as they're all perished, but do hold air. I wouldn't say that it needs anything else doing, but oh, here we go. Could do with all the vac lines going through and replacing. Add new brake pads. Slower on lift and drop than expected. Rear end is violent even when run on half power. Few evenings tinkering would see it ready for the road. Buy to arrange collection. Walthamstow. Here's Fiesta Zetec S limited edition, number 890 of not sure how many. Done 132,000. I assume that's miles. So probably needs some stuff, but it's got new MOT. Leather seats. Unfortunately, the owner couldn't hold a camera straight, and it's got a fancy checker pattern thing going on the roof. What do you think? I could drive this. There are a bunch of cheap Fords on here if you want to pay a couple of grand for a car. Or even less. Or you could pay like 50 grand for a Sierra RS Cosworth Rouse Sport. One of 6 original 302Rs produced, just 2 remaining, possibly 3. Book featured in Dan Williamson's factory original RS Cosworths. Well-known car on the show scene. You couldn't drive it really, could you? They're almost museum pieces now. Here's something more for someone looking for a cheap value car. 62,000 miles. Ford Fusion Zetec. I'm kind of about the styling on these. They look a bit granny, but I guess you could put some sweet wheels and body kit on it. I don't know, man. Good starter car though. Like, it's a 1.4, so it's gonna have a little more grunt than a 1 litre as well. Little more on the tax and insurance. Save that one for later. 1999 Ford Puma, 105,000. I assume that's miles. They always leave it in kilometres, but we know it's miles, guys. It does say kilometres down here as well, and then it says miles. So Facebook wants to do it in kilometres for some reason. Everyone in the UK just uses miles. Love the styling on these. I think it's aged really well, even though Hyundai did kind of steal the looks of this for their coupe thing. I still think the Puma is a nice looking car, and there's not many of these left on the road now, so maybe a future classic. Not crazy about the wheels on these, but a lot of them did get changed out for aftermarket wheels, so again, looks like a nice original car. Does it need anything doing? New discs and pads, brake shoes, new tyres, new fuel pump, cam, belt. Less than 1,400 of these cars left on the road. I did not know that, but yeah, you never see them anymore. I wonder why there's so few left on the road. Like, did they have some major issues? Does anyone know? We'll consider sensible offers. That is enough one for the save list. Well, there's a runner here that's failed its MOT that you can pick up for like £300. Nice. And it's got I think the better wheels and also a jazzy paint job, that one, which I think is factory, but obviously you're gonna need some welding on that one, so it might be a little tricky to get back on the road if you don't know what you're doing, like I clearly don't. 1977 Ford Capri Mark II 1.6 GL. Okay, I have to scratch this one because it's the crazy scammer living in Australia again and just selling fake cars for way below their actual value to get you to send money. And I had to put this in here. Barn Find Golf GTI convertible 87. So it's a project, but by the time you finish it, the road tax is gonna be free on this. So yeah, maybe one for the Volkswagen repair guy down the road from me. I think it's gonna need a new hood though, somehow. And if you do buy a vintage Ford Escort, you can get a set of fancy wheels for it from this guy. And they come with tyres. I've got to show you this one as well. 71,000 miles, 1990 Ford Escort. Seller's looking for 2,150. He'd probably take £2,000. Does come with a extra set of wheels and wheel trims. Couple of dents in the doors. But this is pretty legit if you're into your vintage Fords. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this week, guys. So tell me what was your favourite Ford, and I'll be back for some more car spotting next time.